It's called a 5-word review. Okay, so the movie I saw tonight was Get Him to the Greek. Another production not created or written or directed by Judd Apatow, apparently. I actually don't know what he did. I think he produced it. I'm not sure. Could be wrong about that. The only thing I know is that this is definitely a Judd Apatow movie. Knocked Up, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't want to take the time to remember what else he's done because, frankly, I am sick of it. I loved Knocked Up. It was original. The humor was something that I think for its time was new and hadn't really been done before, hadn't really been done well. And then Forgetting Sarah Marshall was sadly underrated, a great comedy. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Forgetting Sarah Marshall. And then here we come to what is looking to be the decline in the Judd Apatow genre. Get Him to the Greek is simply not good. It's not bad by any means, it's just not good. It's very blah. So the first word I'm going to have to use to describe Get Him to the Greek is, let's start off somewhere simple. I'm going to say funny. It's not hilarious, but it's not terribly not funny. It's just funny, like average funny. And I'm going to say that as a good thing. There are moments where I was cracking up pretty hard, and then there are other moments where I was like, yeah, that joke kind of flopped and fell on its face. The second word I'm going to use, just the second word that comes to mind, is lazy. And by lazy, I mean the writing is just not there. It definitely feels like a Judd Apatow movie, but it's a lazy Apatow movie. There's a scene near the end where Diddy's character gets in a fight with Russell Brand's father's character, and it's supposed to be an over-the-top kind of, I think fight scene, kind of like the ones from Pineapple Express, where it's actually funny because of how over-the-top it is. But in this, it's just so over-the-top that it's just stupid, and it feels like I'm bored, and I've seen this kind of situation before. So lazy, it's taking a bunch of stuff from previous Apatow films and just putting them into this one and coding them in a different kind of progression or a different style. I'm writing them down this time because last time it took me like 5 takes to even wrap things up and remember what 5 words I used, so I'm writing them down this time. Lazy, funny. I'm trying to think of a good word. Trying too hard. I'm going to say a better way of describing it is, I guess, cheesy. And I don't mean the humor's cheesy because it's an Apatow film. It's hard for that kind of, humor to be fake and corny and giddy. What I mean is the ending of these kind of Apatow movies, they always try to resolve it with some kind of moral lesson. The movie starts off with Albus Snow recently broken up with his fellow rock star ex-wife, Jackie, and they were just the hot couple for the longest time, for like 7 years, I think. And in the beginning, you find out that they've broken up, and then randomly, in the middle of the movie, you just get that relationship thing dropped on you again. Like, you forget about it, because he does not show that he cares about her or he wants to be with her at all. You just forget about it, and you don't hear about it at all until the very middle, and very randomly, he's just like, well, I should call Jackie. I feel sad. And so he calls her, and at that point, I had actually forgotten who this girl was. I forgot that she was in the beginning of the movie because it was so long after they mentioned it. And it's just this awkward, slow scene that we've seen in hundreds, thousands of other romance and some sentimental, sweet comedy movies. And it's just done poorly. Like, I don't care about Jackie. I don't care about their relationship. By cheesy, I mean it tries to be sentimental, but it fails. And it's the same goes for Jonah Hill's character. You get a lot more of his relationship. You see a lot more of it, and it's well developed. But in the end, again, I just don't care. And that leads me into my 4th word, which is going to be rushed. The development part of it, the character development, the relationship development, is rushed. I'm not really sure what else to say on that. I've kind of already covered it, so yeah, it goes by too quickly. Just everything, whenever there's a moment where you feel like something should be developed, it happens like that. And then by the time it's over, you just don't care. And my last word, and this is probably the biggest problem I had with the movie, is that it's just so repetitive. Obviously, the movie is about trying to get Elvis Snow to play a concert on time. So the conflict, obviously, is going to be that something prevents them from getting to the concert. And it's the same thing 4 or 5 times. Every single time, it's just Elvis wants to party. First, they're gonna drive to the airport, and then they stop at a bar. And then Jonah Hill's character says, "Okay, let's go to the airport." And then on the way to the airport, they stop at another bar. And then they get in the plane, and then they go to Las Vegas. And it's 3 to 5 times where throughout the course of them getting Elvis Snow to the Greek theater, it's just Elvis Snow thinks, "Nah, I'm bored, I want to party." And it's so repetitive. You see the exact same thing. The first time it's funny because you see, it's just this crazy out of control party and Jonah Hill's way over his head, and then you just see the exact same thing. And by the 4th time, you're just thinking, "Oh God, I want this movie to be over so badly. I've seen the same thing so many times, and I'm sick of it." How do you spell repetitive? Is it R-E-P-E-T-E-T-I-V-E or I-T-I-V-E? I'm just going to say I-T. Yeah, look it up later. So in conclusion, get him to the Greek. Absolutely not worth your money, in my opinion. I've heard I've heard a couple of people say they absolutely love this movie. I've heard a number of I've heard a number of critics say they hate this movie. I've heard other critics say they love it. So I'm not going to tell you not to see it. If you like Judd Apatow's sense of humor, I guess go see it. You'll probably like it. I could not stand being in that theater after the halfway point. I will give it this, though. Russell Brand and Jonah Hill are very strong actors. They're very good at what they do. I would just like to see them in something different, because I've seen the exact same characters with Russell Brand. Well, he's literally playing the exact same character he was in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, this movie is actually like a spin-off of that, because, yeah, I said it, he's the same character. So, good acting. It's just we've seen it before. It's lazy, rushed, funny, cheesy, and repetitive. So I'm going to give this 1 good word out of 5, and overall I'm going to say, I'm going by how much I enjoyed it here, not how good I think it is. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. So if you're like me and you think you can follow my taste, don't see this movie, don't even rent it, it's not worth your time at all. But make your own judgment, maybe you will like it, and hopefully if you see it, yeah, you'll like it.
Get him to the Greek.
Hey, good morning.
What time is it?
5 a.m. Should we go jogging?
Are you kidding around?